welcome back to Craig's Custom Cooking. Today I'm going to make one of my all-time favorite chicken dishes. Is chicken cordon bleu. So let me get everything set up. I'll show you the process of how I make it, and I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, what I do is I take my cutting board and I wet it, and then I put saran wrap over top of it. So when we cut our chicken, we don't get the juice on our cutting board. And then we're going to use this saran wrap when we pound the chicken out. I learned this from Chef Jean-Pierre, and I've also learned this. We know what this side of the chicken breast looks like. So we're going to cut it. We're going to put that face side down, and then we're going to cut it from this side. That way we can go slow. We can try to make sure that the chicken breast is the same thickness throughout. So we're just going to start from this end. I'm going to put my hand on top. You can just be careful, but you should never cut yourself doing this. Just be very careful. Actually, I'm going to pull the chicken back to the edge closer. And you're going to use a sawing motion as we cut through it. So what you want to do is look on both sides. Adjust your cut if you have to. Work your way through. One's going to always be a little bit bigger than the other one. We have two chicken breast halves. They're almost identical in the same thickness. So I'm gonna set my cutting board up in another location so it doesn't rattle on the stove and make a lot of noise for you. So give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna wash my hands, reset up on the other side of the kitchen, and then I'll show you how we pound these out. Here we have our chicken breasts on my saran wrap on the cutting board. I'm going to recenter it so it's in the center of the saran wrap. We're going to take the saran wrap and we're going to cover it. Actually, I'm going to start from the back side because it's longer. It'll cover the whole chicken breast just about. There we go. Make sure you roll the end of your saran wrap back on itself so you know where the end is. So when you try to unroll it, you can find the end of the saran wrap. Now I fold this end in. Do the same exact thing. Roll your saran wrap. Now we're going to take my meat mallet. We're going to use the flat side. Do not use this side. It'll destroy your meat. That's only for tender or pulverizing meat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pound this chicken breast and try to make it thinner. We want to try to make it at least 1/4 inch thick, if not thinner. So we're going to start in the middle and we're going to work towards the outside edge. And as you do this, you want to use a sideways motion. That's going to force the chicken to move out on both sides, which will expand the size of the chicken breast, but it'll also make it thinner. So we'll continue to hit it like this until I think it's about the right size. Now, you can see it's about 1/4 inch thick throughout. I'm going to take my other chicken breast and I'm going to lay it on top so you can see how much bigger it grew since we pounded it out. So now it's ready for the next process. I'm going to beat the other one out and I'll show you the next steps. Here's my chicken breast that I pounded out. Now this is how I make my cordon bleu. You can make it this way or not. It's entirely up to you. This is Dijon Mustard. I like to put Dijon Mustard on the inside of mine. I think it goes really good with the ham and the cheeses. And then I just spread it out throughout the whole Now this is Black Forest ham. Put 3 pieces in. 2 pieces of Swiss cheese. And then this is Gruyere cheese. It comes from Sweden. It's just another form of Swiss cheese. It's quite expensive, but I have some left over when I made my onion soup, so I'm going to put it in here. So I cut them fairly thin. I'm just going to put 3 pieces in there. So now comes the fun part. We're going to try to roll this, keep it as tight as we can. Just like that. Now, take your saran wrap, go around the outside of it. Let me wash my hands. Alright, you wrap your saran wrap around the outside, you grab both ends, and you twist them. And you just roll it. Just keep rolling. This will form it into a perfect circle. Now we're going to store this in the refrigerator and let it chill down, so when we take it out to bread it, it should stay in this form pretty well. So I'll bring you back. You can see here are my 2 chicken breasts that I made up. They're 2 completely different sizes. This one was a lot longer and thinner than this one. This was the back side. This was the front side. This one breaks up more if you try to thin it out too much. This was the top side, so you're able to thin that out more. So these are just the 2. They won't taste any different. They're just going to be 2 different shapes when I cook them. Alright, I took my 2 chicken cordon bleus out of the fridge. You can see the end on this one is sealed completely, so that one is perfect. This one not so much. The ends are exposed on it, so some of the cheese is going to ooze out of that one when I bake it in the oven. But right now you just want to take it, roll it in your flour very gently, because these can fall apart if you're a little too rough with them. Chins, then get all your excess flour off, put it in your egg wash, roll it in your egg wash. Make sure it's covered. On the ends too. And we're going to put it in our planko, or our Italian. These are not a planko, these are signature. These are just Italian breadcrumbs. Make sure it's completely covered. That's what it's going to look like. So I put the folded side down where we closed it, and then we're going to repeat the same thing for this one. This one's not going to turn out as pretty, but it'll still taste good. Again, in your egg. You want to try to turn it again, or with the way that you rolled it. this spoon so I can scoop some of that up. Oh, it's coming undone. Alright, now I'm going to put it in my breadcrumbs. Just roll it. Alright, and that's the second one. I'm going to get cleaned up here, and then we're going to put them in a frying pan and brown them all the way around, and then put them in the oven. Alright, we're back. I have my oil heated up to about 375 degrees. I'm going to place these in. We're going to brown them on all sides. So let me get the one side browned, and then we'll roll it around, and I'll show you when we get it all done. Alright, they've been in about 2 minutes. I'm going to turn them over. I'm actually using the side of the pan to try to hopefully do the ends. There, that one looks good too. So I'm just going to turn them over for now, and I'll do all 4 sides and both ends. Right, so I'm going to roll them on the other side now. I'm going to turn them. I'm going to push this end up against the end now. I'm going to lay this one on the side. Push that end up against the edge of the pan, because the cast iron will help cook the ends. So we got one more side to do, and then we'll put them in the oven. I've just flipped them over on the last side. It should only take about a minute. Alright. All 4 sides are nicely brown. The ends. So I'm going to put them in my pan. Again is done. Alright, these go in a 375 degree oven for anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. And then I will check the chicken temperature with my meat probe to make sure that the chicken is at 165 degrees. I'll bring you back. Alright, we're going to get ready to eat, but I want to show you an up close look at this. There's still nice cheese inside. And this is
amaranth.
It's amaranth. You can see it's got red in the middle. My wife made it for supper, so I'm going to let her explain a little bit about it. Alright, tell us a little bit about it.
Amaranth is quite commonly seen in the southern part of China. It actually has 2 kinds of color. One kind is kind of purple red.
Yeah, like I showed you in the leaves.
No, they are totally
all purple 2 different
red.
Types of plants.
Yeah, this kind it's green, but with the red in the middle of the leaves. They are very nutritious. They are, thank you.
Antioxidants.
Yeah, antioxidant, and also can reduce the inflammation of the body. So it's good for women.
We can try this.
Yep.
Thank you.
One more?
A little bit, yeah.
That's very good.
first.
Yeah, always.
I know you eat the vegetables first. I eat meat first.
Good.
Very delicious.
Yeah, it's in spring and they're very fresh and tender.
Alright. Now we're gonna try the Cordon Bleu. Try yours.
Okay. Oh, it's the cheese inside.
Yes, it's got a lot of cheese in it.
So it has 3 layers.
Has chicken on the outside, then it has
Ham.
Black Forest ham, Swiss cheese, and Gira cheese, which is another Swiss.
Good.
All right, we're gonna sign off for the night. If you like our channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, and the bell for any future notifications. So you have a wonderful night. We'll see you in the next video.
People who love the cheese and ham, you must try it. I really love cheese and ham combined together, so very good.
I'm glad you like it.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.